Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is already Sunday. It's already Sunday. You know what that means? That means tomorrow we're all back to work again, and these weekends are too short. They are. They're too short. Anyway, so this is my newest segment of Markets A Look Ahead, and we're going to look a little further ahead than just the week that will start tomorrow with regard to trading in this market. But let's set the stage here. I want to put a scenario together for you that appears to be unfolding right here and right now. Look, I want you to go back to every single Markets A Look Ahead segment I have done the last, I don't know how many Sundays. Just go look at them all. And then see how they played out the following week. Frankly, it's incredible. Pretty much what I have called every single time has been correct. As a matter of fact, if you want to look back at June, I told all of you while we were in June that we needed to wait until July to see this market make a move higher. And what happened? Record high, record high, record high in the NASDAQ. S&P is still a laggard here. But I want you to start focusing on the S&P 500. Forget the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? That's where the mainstream media has you focusing on like a laser. Why would you focus on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is just 30 companies, when you could focus on the broader market, the S&P 500? That's where you really need to look. And tech too, with regard to NASDAQ. Forget the Dow, but everyone's fixated on the Dow. I don't know why. Most market guys and girls realize, okay, big freaking deal. We got 30 companies here, which are, of course, getting backdoor bailouts by the Federal Reserve, who's now buying debt of Dow components. This is incredible. And what does that mean? I mean, if the Fed is doing a backdoor bailout here of Dow components, and this is not, I'm not speculating here. This has been announced. It's what they're doing. I've covered it. They're putting a floor under Dow components right now, which is very bullish for the market. And they're going to expand this. They're going to be buying debt of all the debt, all of it. They're buying it all by design. They're killing the dollar by design. You know that. The dollar in its current form is going the way of the dodo bird. Okay, you got that? And the new dollar, I mean, the Federal Reserve admitted this, what was it, last week? We're working on a digital currency to replace cash. Oh, but we're not going to do it right away. Remember what I'm going to say right here. Nobody knows until everybody knows. Just let that sink into your head over and over and over again, because it's just the truth here. And the Fed, they're lying to us. Oh my goodness, the Federal Reserve is lying? I can't believe it. They already have it. They already have their digital currency ready to roll out. It's just a matter of flipping a switch. But again, they got to convince you that no. We're just experimenting with it right now. People, you can't make this stuff up. But believe what I'm telling. I know you get it. I know you get it if you follow this blog. They've had this for years, and I've spoken about this for years. It's just a matter of how they're going to roll this out. Me personally, being that the dollar is already in some type of a crisis here, which is going to get much worse, I mean, that's their plan. They want to institute a currency crisis so they can usher in the new dollar. That's what they always do. Problem, reaction, solution. Get the people to all follow along like the sheep that they are. Period. The end. It's so easy for them to do this. This is something else that's gone on since time immemorial. How those that keep power just string the people along. They try at least to turn us into puppets. But what we do, you and me, is we turn the tables on them. It could not be easier. We know exactly what to do. We know exactly when to do it. All right, so now, with that out of the way, let's look towards tomorrow. Let's set the scene here. You got a dollar under pressure. You got crude oil getting bid higher here. You got a 10-year yield, which made an historic move higher over the last few weeks. That alone is very bullish for the market here. Now, I know a lot of you technical analysts out here. Look, I'm a technical analyst too, but I look at the fundamental picture. If you look at this market right now, by any measure you want to look at from a technical standpoint, the market is over-owned. Over-owned. So I know a lot of people that strictly look at technical charts will say, well, you know what? Since the market is over-owned, we are due for a pullback. Well, let me explain this to you. We've been due for a pullback for a very long time. We heard from big, lofty Wall Street banks, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, a couple of big hedge fund managers, all saying the same thing. Market's due for a pullback. You know, I've been kind of screaming from rooftops about this for a long time, but it just isn't materializing because it's the easy money. It's the promise of more easy money. It's suppressed rates that are driving. It's irrational exuberance. It's fear of missing out that is driving this market higher right now. And again, let's look at the scenario here. The weaker dollar, the 10-year yield where it is, crude oil catching a bid. These are bullish for the stock market. So what I'm trying to say here, my lovely friends, is I'm bullish this week for this market. I am bullish for this market. Now, there's something else here, and it's laughable, yet again, that is making me bullish for this week. They are trying desperately. It's a desperate act to float out positive news regarding U.S.-China trade, the U.S.-China trade deal. We had Larry Kudlow saying that, the Trump administration is satisfied with it, which this is totally not true. This is only because, again, we're right on top of an election here. And it's been a laughing stock, this entire phase one thing since it started. There's never been a deal. You know that. They're going to try to twist your mind. They're going to float out fake news on this. China has no intention, and I mean zero, of fulfilling their end of the bargain here. So just forget about it. Forget about that. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to try to convince you and the market that things are going well. And I mean, I don't even know how many times the same dog shit story has been floated out over the last several years. Going great, tremendous, fantastic, oh no, not so good. Going great, fantastic, tremendous, oh not so good. So they're trying to recycle the story. And that, it bewilders my mind that the market's probably going to buy it again. And that's bullish for this market too. Very simple. Now, what I want to do here, you know what? Let's stick to that theme real quick. If we understand the scenario, which is a Federal Reserve determined to destroy the dollar in its current form, keep pressure on the dollar, how do you believe that's going to play out for metals? We had a pretty significant pullback in silver. We're already catching a rebound. Gold, record high. Cryptocurrency, all this stuff. People are going much higher. Much higher. Why? Well, the grand plan is for the central banks of the world, not just the Federal Reserve, to inflate on a scale that is going to blow your mind. The Fed's balance sheets are going to explode much higher than they are right now. Again, there's two balance sheets. You know that already. The one they allow us to see, and then they have the other one, which is where they do all their dirty deeds. And again, this is not just a Federal Reserve thing. Most corporations have two balance sheets, the one you're allowed to see or they show to the public, and then the hidden balance sheet, which only the top echelon is privy to. Just like Fed presidents. Fed presidents are the only ones who are allowed to see the second balance sheet of the Federal Reserve. No one is privy to that information, not even the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, the American people. There's no way they're going to be able to see that. So you understand how that works. So now let's look a little further ahead here. I remain, again, where are we? This is August 16th. And I feel that this market has the potential to rise into the end of this month here. But I want to keep your eyes and ears and nose and mouth and whatever looking a little further ahead here into September. All right, September may play out to be a month here where this market falls under some pressure. And this is just the way it's appearing to me right now. And I promise to keep all of you on top of it. Look, we can't be beaten. I don't care what they do. I don't care what kind of scenario they want to throw at us. We got it covered. We got every angle covered, every angle of this market covered. There's just no way that you and I are going to get beat here in this market. They're going to play their game. And like I have said for freaking years, we are going to play ours. And we are better. We are better. People, look, I don't know another way to put this. For me and my Lions here, we have outperformed 90% of Wall Street hedge funds. That's a fact. This year alone, via my newsletter, my positions I have put out here, option after option after option, dozens and dozens of them. Not one realized loss. Not one. I can't imagine there's a Wall Street hedge fund that could claim that, but that's a fact right here. We have 3 positions open right now. We got, let me cover this real quick for my Lions out here. We got eBay, for which we're down fractionally. We're waiting for that to pay off. We're in Cisco, and we're in Microsoft. That's what we're in right now. You know exactly what these positions are because I've published them. Anyway, look, with regard to everything else, cryptocurrencies and stocking metals, betting against this debt, becoming your own central bank. I mean, you want to talk about having every angle covered? Well, that's what we have here. All of us here, whether you're a trader of this market, whether you're a stacker, whether you're owning cryptocurrencies, whether you're doing all of the above, like this guy sitting right here, well, you know what? We got it covered. And we're going to laugh. We are going to laugh in their face, okay? The more nonsense, the more garbage, the more propaganda, the more fake news that they want to throw at us, the louder we're going to laugh. That's the truth. Let them do it. They're going to play their game. They're gonna string the people along in every manner that they can. You and me, we're going to laugh at it. That's what we're going to do. All right, look, long video here. I think I covered all the bases. Please share this video. Get it out there. Like I said, we will not lose. That's it. Love you a lot. See you in the morning.